This is super dark. I just came across this thread on the search engine optimization subreddit on reddit.com. And lately I haven't been finding gems on Reddit. This one is insightful and shocking and ultra dark. So I'm just going to share it. And I'm shocked that this works, actually. The title of the post is Quora Copy and Pastes Can Now Outrank You. And this is the body of the post. This is what it says. On this week's episode of Why Do You Keep Criticizing Google? It's Fine. Only spammy blogs were affected by the HCU and recent Reddit Quora push. By the way, HCU stands for Helpful Content Update. It was a big Google algorithm update. The post goes on. I usually don't pay too much attention to keyword changes. I'm a content creator, not an SEO. But on this occasion, I checked Google Search Console and noticed that a popular piece of content had dropped a few places. Intrigued, I checked it out. Google Search Console is Google's proprietary tool for accessing their search index. It gives you the direct data from the Google search engine results pages for your website. All right, back to the post. Quora was now ranking above me. Okay, but here's the kicker. The question wasn't asked by a real user. It was one of those questions that the site automatically generates, presumably to generate traffic for certain keywords and phrases. They're probably dumping keyword research data into some kind of AI tool. The best bit, the first and only answer was a 100% copy and paste of my content. Absolutely no changes made. And it ranked above my original within 1 to 2 weeks. So there you go. Want to do damage to a competitor? Duplicate their highest ranking content on Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Insta, I don't know how Instagram will work, etc., and then provide a link to your own site instead. Put it in the comments section if you have to. Worst case, it does nothing. Mid case, it brings in some clicks and leads. Best case, the content outranks your competitor. They can file a DMCA request and report the content, but that's whack-a-mole territory. And the comments of this post were interesting as well. The top comment, UGC, user-generated content platforms like Quora, are getting aggressive with their SEO. They've got domain authority that's tough to beat even with copied content. Double down on what you can control. In the meantime, go ahead and file that DMCA. It's a pain, but it does work. And then I'm actually going to make a podcast entirely about this one comment because this was something that I've been thinking about myself a lot recently. And someone comments and says, I think Google now uses only one ranking signal, domain authority. That's it. Everything else is effed. So domain authority is how many quality sites link to your site or link to whatever site. And the more quality sites link to that site, the higher the domain authority. It's like a vote of confidence. But I am shocked that this works, to be honest. I haven't tried this. I don't have plans to try it, but this, I make this show about growth hacks and search engine optimization and content creation and social media, things that I'm learning, things that I'm doing, things that I'm learning, things that I'm reading. And this was very surprising. Previously, I talked about Parasite SEO. I talked about these guys that I met who are finding target keywords. And instead of making their posts on their website to target these keywords, they're doing the posts in Reddit comments or just entire Reddit posts targeting these keywords and then buying upvotes to the comments and to the posts. And that is ranking in Google much easier because Reddit has a lot of domain authority. Previously, I talked about that, but that is different from this because this is just copy and pasting the exact content. And Google should know that the new content on Quora is duplicate content from the first site and it shouldn't rank. So that's why I'm very surprised to read this. Oh my gosh. So while I'm recording, I was scrolling the comments for this Reddit post and I found this comment, which looks really interesting. I'm going to read it. This happened to me last year, not just with Quora, but with other sites who copied my content. I fixed this by removing all spammy backlinks from Google Search Console. It was caused by my authoritativeness going down due to the spammy backlinks that Google no longer believed I was the original author. Wow. It took about 2 core updates for the disavow file to work because that's how long it takes for Google to recrawl some links. Google has to recrawl them for the disavow file to work. The disavow file is a file that you submit to Google Search Console saying disavow these backlinks, ignore these backlinks. It's a very dangerous thing to do because oftentimes it backfires. So you really need to do it with a professional. Also, after each update, the Google Spider goes into Super Saiyan mode. So right after the first update, I saw results. It was one of the most eye-opening moments of my entire life. Even an algorithm as almighty as Google can sometimes fail and be cracked into. I never trusted Google since. The most brutal part is that one of my posts was ranking #1 and I had published it 3 years before it was copied. And Google still put the other site on top of mine and took mine out of the rankings, basically. That was 2 years ago. Just imagine how inefficient it could be now with the new update. Oh my gosh. This is so dark. This is so dark. The guy goes, my backlink profile was purely white hat, and this small number of good links I had were all organic as soon as my competitor placed spammy backlinks. So a competitor purchased spammy backlinks to this person's website. There's another comment on here. This one's just one sentence. The person goes, update your page and get those EAT signals going, bro. EAT is an acronym. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And there's an algorithm update from Google which prioritizes these factors. I want to share my stance on this. If you're a frequent listener to the show, you know what's going to come next. There's no shortcut like the long cut. Step 1, find something you want to stick with for years. Step 2, try a bunch of different shortcuts. These shortcuts will bring you your initial users and your initial visibility. Step 3, invest into one channel and stay on this channel for years and build on this channel. Build an epic brand on this channel and then reuse the content from that channel on other channels. It's a pretty simple formula. That's what I believe in. This is episode 205 of The Edward Show. This was a dark episode, but I'm feeling pretty light. Thank you so much for listening. It is a rainy day here in Poland, but a beautiful day nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.